The story of the two witnesses is a story of two Old Testament prophets in modern times. Much speculation was made on their identity. Enoch is one. Enoch walked with God. He was also the go-between for the 200 fallen angels and God. Instead of a positive message, the Father sent Enoch with a message of doom for the fallen angels and their children. Enoch was taken away on a cloud. The next possible person is Elijah. Elijah was a prophet that butted heads with Ahab and Jezebel. Enoch took on the prophets of Baal. He also was taken up in a whirlwind. The final one is Moses. Moses led the Jewish people out of Egypt to the Promised Land. Moses lived for weeks on the holy mountain in the presence of God. Then, when Moses passed, the enemy tried to capture his body. God caught Moses up in a whirlwind also and buried him in an undisclosed location. I'm not sure why Satan would want a man's dead body, but it's good he never got one. Maybe it's a chance that the enemy can reanimate a body or store the parts so DNA could be retrieved to make a clone. We can't speculate. If we go straight to the Word, the whole story comes out.
To my two witnesses, and they shall prophesy 1,260 days, clothed in sackcloth. These are the two olive trees and the two candlesticks standing before the God of the earth. And if any man will hurt them, fire proceedeth out of their mouth and devoureth their enemies. And if any man will hurt them, he must in this manner be killed. These have power to shut heaven that it rain not in the days of their prophecy, and have power over waters to turn them to blood, and to smite the earth with all plagues as often as they will. And when they shall have finished their testimony, the beast that ascendeth out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them, and shall overcome them, and kill them. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. And they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and an half, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them, and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwelt on the earth. And after 3 days and an half, the Spirit of life from God entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. And the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell. And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, and the remnant were affrighted, and gave glory to the God of heaven.
The Word don't give any names. So in short, we get the action but no name. We should not speculate on who, but be glad that God will protect us from anything. That's the important thing. That's the point. So the actual identity of these two men is actually a mystery. No one knows at all. So only God knows, only God will tell. And we'll see when it's time.